Hi, my name is Aaron Portal. I'm going to be presenting my operating system project number 2, for which I chose a Star Wars quiz app. So let me hop right in and show you what it's about. Basically, it's just a simple quiz app composed of 10 questions. You have a 30-second timer to answer the question. It uses countdowntimer.os to do that. Every time you answer correctly, it updates your score. And then when you answer incorrectly, it vibrates using vibrator.os. And if you don't answer at all, it'll vibrate and it'll prompt you to answer. At the end, if you have a new high score, it'll set that to a text view on the home screen. It'll update that, as well as it'll write your high score to an output file. It uses NOS functionality to do that as well. So let me jump right into the basics of this. It's composed of 3 parts. This is the main main file, the main page. When it starts up, it loads your high score. It checks if it needs to be updated after the quiz is run, and it'll write that to an output file. I'll go into it more in depth into it later. And it has this button here to begin the quiz, so it's pretty simple. Let me go into the next part. So in quiz activity, what this does, it has these functions to iterate through the different questions, reveal the answers, that sort of thing. But it has these basic parts. It shows your current score, your current question. It has this countdown timer, which is a call from Android.os countdown timer for NOS functionality. It has these options. You can confirm your question afterwards. And whenever you answer incorrectly, it calls vibrate on command, another OS, Android OS call. So let me go into the SQL database. Basically, this question.java is a question object. It has the answer, the question, and the options. This is a table structure for the SQL database, and this file here combines those two together to create it into a format so that the quizActivity.java file can read it and get the questions so it can display it. So that's the basics of the app. Now let me go to the OS level functionalities more in depth with those. So the vibrate on command, this is the vibrator. This it calls it from Android.os from this page here, and all it does is it calls this vibrator class and it sets it to this vibrate function so that it vibrates. It's very simple. This countdown timer here, a little bit more complicated. It's called from countdown timer Android.os. What it does here is you set it with the timer, which is going to be 30,000 milliseconds with the interval for each second. On every tick, it calls this up-down countdown text I created, and this basically just updates the countdown text, i.e. the 30, the 29, the 28, all of that. It'll update that, iterate through it to the end till it gets to the on finish, and then when it finishes, then it just sets it to 0, the time, checks the answer, shows it, all that, and it'll prompt you to tell you, hey, you ran out of time. And then last but not least, we have the write to an output file, which is it's called from java.io. This here, basically, this file output stream is a byte stream, and this output stream writer is a character stream. So basically, I have this string here, which is it's a series of characters. So what this does is this output stream writer is combined with this file output stream to make it a character stream, so that it can read this string and send it to this output file here, and then it'll send this toast telling you it's been written. It's fairly simple. So that's the OS level functionalities. Now let me show you the actual demo of the app. So the app here, this is the main screen. There's no high score yet, it's default set to 0. Let me begin the quiz. So you're met with, you have the current score, which is set to 0. Your current question, you're on question 1. You have the timer counting down from 30 seconds. So it has your question, you have your options here, you can select any of these. So let me select an incorrect answer so you can see the vibrator functionality. Because every time that you answer incorrectly, it vibrates. So this is an incorrect answer. Down here at the bottom, you can actually see where it vibrates. So let me vibrate. Oh, so the timer ran out. So when the timer runs out, it vibrates as well. So I didn't. The answer was incorrect. The one I had selected, Kit Fisto, was incorrect, and it ran out of time, so it vibrated. If I just choose a incorrect one here, you can also see it vibrate. If I tried to choose an answer and it doesn't, and if I tried to confirm with no answer, it'll tell me you need to choose an answer. So let me choose some correct answers. Here, you can see my score was updated. Timer stopped. You can just go through these questions. You can see the question number is updated, your score is updated when you answer correctly. This timer is going down. So go through some of those. You can see it vibrating whenever I choose an incorrect answer here. And then that's the quiz. So a file was successfully written because I updated the high score. The high score was updated. So it updated the high score on the text view, as well as it wrote it to an output file, which I can show you here. This is a virtual device here, but in this this device file explorer here, I can actually show you where it is. So in here, if I go to highscore.txt, which I've already pulled up, this is just in the data files of the system. So if you pull this open, right here, so you can see here, it's been updated to 5 because the high score is now 5, as you can see here. So that's just the OS functionality. So obviously you have the vibrate functionalities here. You have the write it to an output file, as well as the countdown timer. So whenever the countdown timer goes off, it iterates through those times. So this is my app. I hope you enjoyed it. It was very fun to create, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you.